Collecting is hard. I've been collecting physical media, whether that's video games or Blu-rays or DVDs, 4Ks, for quite a long time now. Seriously started collecting back in 2020 because of obviously we were all locked in our houses. I needed something to do when I couldn't see my friends and family. So you're seeing my friends and family around me right now. But these are four things that I would change if I could start collecting again today. But first, let's start off with a story here because let's remember back to 2020 and how you felt during the pandemic, whether you were stuck inside, whatever you were doing. But I started collecting really heavily then, and I had a much smaller collection than I do now. But it was what got me through. I started getting movies like, where is it, Manhunter here on Blu-ray. This was one that was one of my first purchases. I love this movie. I got other things. Started getting into Vinegar Syndrome. I got Hell Comes to Frogtown. This slipcover is new, but the movie is from around when I started collecting. It's just something that got me through a tougher time in my life, and I know for all of you out there, it's gotten you through it as well. So I wouldn't change that at all about any of this if in my collecting journey. But here's some of the four things that I would change. The number one is focus more on what you like. Focus more on what you want. Because had I known, I wanted everything at the beginning. It was just, oh my God, there's a sale here, there's a sale there, there's a sale everywhere. Everywhere has stuff on sale if you look. So I was just buying up stuff left and right, and I was, at the end of the day, it was, oh yeah, it's a lot of it. You get that sort of retail high, but I wasn't happy with my collection. There was a lot of fluff. There was a lot of stuff in it that I did not give a crap about after I really realized it. And then I started focusing more on a curated collection, and that is a huge thing. And I know there's people out there that have 4,000, 5,000, whatever movies you want. 4,000, 5,000 of anything is a lot. 4,000, 5,000 books is, you can build a house. But with movies, especially my collection, I have it curated so that it looks nice on a shelf too. I have all of my stuff here categorized. I have an entire shelf devoted to boutique labels because, well, boutique labels are the ones that are going to keep physical media alive. Let's face it, the studios aren't doing a great job. And then I have a lot of my studio releases over here. But I have it sort of curated where I have Vinegar Syndrome stuff right here. I have Arrow Video stuff behind me with their special box sets. I have Scream Factory stuff here off camera. And then the rest of it is alphabetized. And then there's box sets and all of that. There's box sets up top. There's toys and stuff up top as well. But that's one thing, is to just curate your collection, make it you, because it is your collection. It is not mine. It is not the person commenting on this video. It's not that guy making the video about how you don't need 4Ks. It's your collection. So you don't have to listen to me on what you need to buy. You listen to me when it comes to releases, if you should get them or whatever. Take that into account, all of that. But at the end of the day, it is your collection. You do what you want with it. Number two, the one thing that I would remember is, like I was talking about with sales, everywhere has a sale. Everything goes on sale. You don't need to buy a certain release, especially if it's from a studio, right away. Where is it? There's something, the 4K, a 4K Steelbook. Where am I looking? Where am I looking? I should have had this out before. Here we go. It's hiding over there. Loki. The Marvel Steelbooks, the 4Ks that came out, I had to put my money where my mouth was. I bought all four of the original ones right when they came out. You want to know why? Because I wanted to send a message that this was something that we want. This was something that we need. We need these Marvel shows and these Star Wars shows on 4K physical media. I bought these immediately. I bought these immediately also because I figured, hey, they might have a limited run, especially the Steelbooks. But guess what? They were all Steelbooks, and they were not limited. You can still get these. You can get these for cheaper than what I paid for them. So I put my money where my mouth was on that. But you don't need to pony up the cash right away for most releases, especially studio ones. Like, you really want the slipcover for Jurassic World Dominion? I haven't watched this movie yet. If it's good or bad, I don't know. But do I really need the slipcover for it? I got the slipcover because my job, I get to review physical releases for them and they send it to us and all of that. So yeah, I got the slipcover because they send out these first edition runs, but you don't need to buy this with the slipcover that has the same art. You buy a slipcover because it has cool art on the front or whatever, not because you need all of them. If you're into slipcovers, then you're into slipcovers. But for most people, you don't need to buy it immediately. You can wait until it's on sale. You can wait, and you can get so many more movies for your buck. You can wait until stuff goes on sale. And of course, there's the opposite of that, is looking for stuff on sale right when it comes out. Something like Heat, the 4K right here, that I got for less than what I paid for the Blu-ray when this was brand new. This was brand new and I got it for $10. Guess how much I paid for the Blu-ray? $15. So you can wait, or you can look around for deals right away. Stuff like this that's a studio release that is not... It's obviously a great 4K transfer. It looks beautiful and everything like that. But this is not a special collector's edition, no matter how much it says at the bottom here, Ultimate Collector's Edition. I'm waiting for them to add the fourth word there. That's the Ultimate, like, Super Omega Collector's Edition. That's going to really get us to buy this stuff, because the more words, obviously, they put, the more it makes me want to buy it. But with Heat, that came out, and that was immediately just, bam, on sale. You didn't need to pay $40 for the 4K. So look for sales. Wait until certain times of the year. Scream Factory, where is it? Over here. Vinegar Syndrome, Arrow Video. Arrow Video does a sale every, like, April for their, like, summer camp thing. Scream Factory does a Valentine's Day sale. Vinegar Syndrome does 2 big, gigantic Black Friday, halfway to Black Friday sales every year. And then they put in Subscriber Week. There's a sale there. You can get points. Everything goes on sale. Nothing. You don't have to pay anything. Mostly anything. There's a big caveat there. If you're buying box sets, or really, really special editions, or limited editions like that, then you might want to buy it right away. Save your money for other stuff. The third thing I would go back and say is, you don't need to upgrade your Blu-rays or your DVDs to 4K unless you really want to. I had the problem with this where I was like, okay, well, the 4K is out, I need to buy the 4K. Scream Factory, they put out stuff, and most of the time it is just a port over, and so I was going, well, I need it. I need They Live because it's one of my favorite movies. Oh my god. I need the 4K, don't I? I have the Blu-ray with really nice art. I need it, don't I? I really didn't. I really didn't. I bought it mostly for the posters and stuff, actually. But this Blu-ray is perfectly okay. It's way cheaper than this 4K. Now, the 4K picture quality is unbeaten. It is unrivaled. You cannot beat that picture quality. But if you don't care about the 4K, you don't care about the picture quality, you don't want the upgrade, you don't need to buy the 4K, you don't need to upgrade it immediately. I know 99% of the time the 4K is going to be a better package because it comes with a better picture quality. Most of the extras get ported over, stuff like that. But you don't need to always upgrade it if you don't care for the movie as much, or you don't, the Blu-ray is perfectly fine. It's just everything like that. You need to do it for what you want, not just because you need to upgrade the 4K. You want to upgrade the 4K. You want to get the newer version, whatever, but you don't need to. The last thing that I would tell myself if I could start over collecting is to just love it. At a certain point, we all get to a point in our collecting lives where either you realize, wow, this is a lot of stuff that I've got here. It's a lot of discs, a lot of slipcovers, a lot of plastic, a lot of whatever else. And you might come to the point where you're like, wow, I need to I have too much of it. I'm at that point with video games. I have way too many original Xbox games. I need to get rid of some of them. I have a lot of Xbox One games. I don't need a whole lot more. The ones I want, I'll get, but I don't need all of them. Nintendo Switch, I don't need to get every single, import game that I want because it's on physical. If I want a game, I'll get it, but I don't need everything. But the one thing that I would tell myself is, do not lose the fire. Do not lose the fire. Do not become jaded. Do not become jaded to the fact that we got something like Halloween 3 on 4K with an awesome box, with awesome art, with an awesome transfer, with a whole hell of a lot of extras, and Tom Atkins's awesome mustache. We got this release on 4K, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. That is a miracle by itself, that this release is as awesome as it is. And it's just, that was what I would tell myself, is to enjoy everything, appreciate the little things about collecting, Keep that fire, because too many people lose it, where they go, oh, they buy too much stuff, or they buy everything from Scream Factory, and then Scream Factory is not exciting. If it's on sale and you're getting it for a decent price, buy up whatever you want. But just keep the fire there so that you love collecting, because that's why we do it. I collect these movies because I love movies. I love the hobby. I love collecting. I love having a collection. I love having a library. That's why I collect. And I remember that every time I come out here and I look at my movies and I think, some of these, there's a lot of these. Maybe I should prune it. I already did that. I don't need to prune it again for like at least another year. But just remember that you collect for the love of collecting. You collect for the love of movies. You might collect for the love of slipcovers. I might joke about that, but if you love slipcovers, collect the hell out of slipcovers. That's cool. You're buying a bunch of movies. You're supporting physical media in any way possible. Vinegar Syndrome, I might have a lot of crappy movies from Vinegar Syndrome, but the reason why they get my money a lot of the time is because they are preserving movie history. It doesn't all have to be The Godfather that gets preserved here, folks. You still got to preserve other movies. You got to preserve Hard Rock Zombies. You got to preserve Ice Cream Man. You have to keep everything safe from the dustbin of obscurity, not just the big stuff. You got to help the little guy. And that's what they do, and that's what I try to do with my collection, is to help out with movie preservation. I'm not here to be a doomsday prepper and to throw all my movies in a vault and lock myself in there like Scrooge McDuck. Movies are meant to be shared with people, folks. Share them, love collecting, keep that fire, keep the fire alive, defend the physical media faith, and that's what you got to do. Those are the 4 things that I would do. I would tell myself if I started collecting today. What are some things you would tell yourself? What would you change? What would you do? Whatever. Anything positive, negative, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, you want to see another video where I talk about movies, check out this video right here. You'll love it.